Welcome to this video from the RC Ground School. The videos in this topic will provide a thumbnail view of basic aerodynamic concepts you should understand to best enjoy your model. You can get advanced academic degrees in this subject, so know that what's going on in these videos will just skim the surface of the topic, just enough to help you understand what's going on with your model in flight. We'll cover three topics. They are the four forces of flight, lift and weight, and we'll finish up with thrust and drag. So let's get started. There are four forces that impact how your model or any airplane flies. They are lift, weight, thrust, and drag. We'll expand on these in the other videos in this topic, but we'll start with some basic definitions. Lift causes the airplane to rise. Most lift is produced by the airplane's wings. Air is considered a fluid and must be moving over the wings to produce lift. Lift is measured perpendicular to the wing. Weight represents the effect of gravity on the airplane. Weight, through gravity, pulls the airplane toward the earth. Thrust pulls or pushes the airplane through the air to generate the airflow necessary to produce lift. Thrust is produced by the motor or engine together with the propeller. In model airplanes, thrust is also produced using an electric ducted fan unit called an EDF or an actual turbine. Drag represents the force opposite to thrust. It's the resistance to forward motion. There are basically two types of drag. Form drag is the drag created by the airplane pushing against the air. This includes the leading edges of the wing and horizontal and vertical stabilizers. On full-scale airplanes, things like a dirty airplane and even rivet heads produce form drag. The second drag category is called induced drag. This type of drag is a byproduct of creating lift. Induced drag is created or induced when lift occurs. Total drag, then, is the combination of both form and induced drag. The pilot changes the relationship between the four forces to maneuver the airplane. The four forces are balanced when the airplane is in straight and level, unaccelerated flight. When accelerating or climbing at a constant speed, thrust must increase. When decelerating or descending at a constant airspeed, thrust must decrease. Greater drag requires more thrust to maintain that balance. For example, you'll need more thrust when adding drag as when lowering the landing gear or the flaps. Level turns split the lift vector into two components. Since lift is perpendicular to the wing, part of the lift is pointed sideways and part of the lift still points up. If using a diagram to graph weight and the lift force vectors, the portion of the lift offsetting weight is reduced so additional thrust is required to generate more lift to maintain level flight. The steeper the bank, the shorter the vertical component of lift becomes and the more thrust is needed to maintain level flight. If you were in the airplane, you would notice increased G-forces during steep turns. This is referred to as pulling Gs. Complex flight maneuvers require the pilot to make adjustments to each of the four forces at the same time or in close coordination. The pilot uses the flight controls to make these adjustments. In the next video, we'll take a closer look at lift and weight. As we close this video out, if you found it helpful, please click on the thumbs up icon and subscribe to the RCPlaneviews.com channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching.